Welcome back to Heart, everyone. Today we are diving into a topic that sounds simple, but is perhaps the hardest journey any of us will ever take. We are talking about self-love. I am joined by the wonderfully insightful Mr. Saroon.
Thank you, Sucheta. It is a pleasure to be here. Self-love isn't just a trend. It's the foundation of every relationship we have with the outside world. If the foundation is shaky, the whole house feels unstable.
That is so true. I think many of us struggle because we confuse self-love with selfishness. We feel guilty for putting our own needs first, even for a moment. Does it ever feel that way to you?
Often, people think choosing themselves means rejecting others, but in reality, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are burned out and resentful, you aren't really giving love to others. You're just performing a duty.
I love that analogy, the empty cup. I remember a time when I was working 12-hour days, trying to please everyone, and I realized I didn't even recognize the person in the mirror anymore. I was a stranger to myself.
And that is the starting point, isn't it? Meeting that stranger in the mirror. Have you ever tried looking at yourself, truly looking, and saying, I see you and I appreciate you?
To be honest, Mr. Saroon, the first time I tried that, I cried. It felt so awkward and painful because all I could see were my flaws, my messy hair, the tired circles under my eyes, the mistakes I made that morning.
That pain is actually a sign of healing. It's the sound of the walls coming down. We are our own harshest critics. We say things to ourselves that we would never, ever say to a friend or even a stranger.
Exactly. If I spoke to my best friend the way I sometimes speak to myself, she would have left me years ago. Why are we so mean to ourselves?
It is often a survival mechanism. We think that by being hard on ourselves, we will stay motivated or avoid failure. But shame is a terrible fuel. It burns hot and fast, but it leaves nothing but ash behind.
Nod slowly, voice filled with realization. So how do we change that fuel source? How do we move from shame to kindness?
Encouragingly, it starts with the breath. When you catch that inner critic yelling, you stop. You take a breath, and you ask, what would I say to a 5-year-old version of me right now? Would you yell at a child for making a mistake?
Tenderly, no. I would give them a hug and tell them it's okay. They're still learning. Oh, I can feel my heart softening just thinking about that.
Warmly, that is the feeling of self-love. It's a softness. It's allowing yourself the grace to be human, to be unfinished, to be a work in progress.
A work in progress. I think I'll be a work in progress for a very long time, but it feels better to accept that than to fight it. Mr. Saroon, what about boundaries? How do they fit into this?
Firmly but kindly. Boundaries are the gates to your garden. If you don't have gates, anyone can walk in and trample your flowers. Setting a boundary is saying, I value my peace enough to say no to this request. It's an act of high-level self-respect.
With newfound strength. I used to think no was a bad word, but lately I've realized that every time I say no to something that drains me, I am saying yes to my own soul.
Joyfully, precisely. And the people who truly love you will respect those boundaries. They want you to be whole, not fragmented.
Thoughtfully. We talk about self-care a lot, but sometimes it feels like just buying things. Candles, skin creams. Is that really it?
Wirely. Those are the trimmings, Socheta. Real self-care is often the things we don't want to do. It's paying your bills on time. It's going to therapy. It's ending a toxic friendship. It's getting enough sleep. It's parenting yourself.
Awestruck. Parenting yourself. That is a powerful image. It means being responsible for your own happiness instead of waiting for someone else to bring it to you.
With deep conviction, you are the only person you are guaranteed to spend every single second of your life with, from your first breath to your last. Doesn't it make sense to be your own best friend?
Voice brimming with emotion. It makes all the sense in the world. I'm thinking about our listeners right now. Some might be sitting in their cars or at their desks, feeling like they aren't enough. What is one thing they can do right now?
Softly and slowly, put your hand on your heart. Feel the beat. That rhythm is a gift. Tell yourself out loud if you can, I am here. I am enough. I am worthy of my own kindness. Say it until you start to believe it, whispering with tears in her eyes, I am worthy of my own kindness. Wow, that hits deep. It's like a weight lifting off my shoulders. Patiently, let it lift. You don't have to carry the world's expectations. You just have to carry your own light. Regaining composure, inspired. This has been such a healing conversation. I feel like we've just scratched the surface, but I hope this sparks a flame for everyone listening. Self-love isn't a destination. It's the path we walk every day. Smiling warmly, and every step on that path is a victory. Don't rush it. Just be present with yourself. With a bright, hopeful tone, thank you, Mr. Saroon, and thank you, listeners. Remember to be gentle with yourselves today. You deserve the same love you give so freely to the rest of the world. Peacefully. Stay well, everyone. You are more precious than you know. Final upbeat outro. This was Heart to Heart. See you next time, and don't forget to love the person you see in the mirror.